Welcome back to the last hunt. I'm hungry, yet again.
And I'm a
thirsty.
butterfly.
We're always hungry when we're fighting monsters.
This is going to be an interesting video for a couple of reasons, but we'll get to that later. This monster is, we're going to confirm it this time, I swear to God. This is our first underwater fight. Not like last time where we couldn't even pull that off, but whatever.
Well, this monster you fight on in the water much more than even the Royal Ludroth.
Yeah. Changed to my main setup, but for this one, I'm doing a longsword this time.
Nice chin, by the way.
One of us. One of us.
Don't you dare. And for the gem, I've got paralysis plus 10, which is pretty good against this monster considering one of his attacks can paralyze you. Check it out.
That's nice.
Ah!
And a guy just flew right past
Yeah, that caught me off guard when I looked this over.
Excuse me, we're busy.
Filmed live at a
How
Chuck E.
could you?
Cheese.
How could you do that? You ruined the whole scene! It's not like I hate you or anything.
I was looking at the lights.
Okay.
Yes, we're fighting a Gobul.
So SCR is doing what he does best.
Cardio.
Thing about this, I had to cut out about 5 minutes of nothing. We just stood here. I don't even know what the reason was, but 5 minutes of that was cut. Now,
Hey, you're...
for this monster, he spawns in the area to my left, but I'm going the long way around for a reason, and I had to cut about a bit of travel out. It's because if I entered through that area, I would have triggered Gobul. Because instead, you can do what SCR is doing right now.
Yeah, currently I'm using a frog to try and fish out Gobul. And that allows you to get a bunch of free shots in on him.
Yeah, and it's usually a sub-quest, too, to fish him out, depending on the quest.
I believe in this area you can get the frogs from a spawn point in area 2.
Yep, it's right near the entrance to 4 in a bush.
And I'm using a greatsword for once. This is, I think, the only time I use it.
Oh.
Now, while the Gobul is down, I typically throw in a bunch of sleep shots into it just to start us off.
That attack right there is why I brought paralysis plus 10. Everyone but me got paralyzed.
Yes.
I'm not paralyzed, I'm
I
tired.
blocked the first one.
Yeah, but he just got you right behind the ass.
I'm not paralyzed, I'm just getting in tune with this world's electromagnetic field.
And since I don't get paralyzed, I just get knocked away. So, at least that's a trade-off for that. But it's better than being vulnerable.
And I just realized, too, that you have the Rising Soul, which is one of the lightning longswords, and I have the other one, which is the Heaven's Thunder.
And for once, Blondie's on charge duty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the tail.
And amazingly, you got a level 3 off. Not bad.
Yeah, I can use the greatsword. I just don't use it that often.
Not respecting Greatsword Master Race. What's wrong with you? Oh, wait! Says the guy who's using a long sword.
Hey, switch axes could do a lot of damage too. Or any weapon could do a lot of damage, really.
Yep.
But yeah, his tail can paralyze you, and his tail can paralyze you by hitting you with it, obviously. But the lantern, he can also blind you with that, and that stuns you momentarily when he flashes you with them.
Yep.
And he can do that from above
Right there.
ground, and like he's going to do here.
You can actually panic dash out of the way, but it didn't work for me. I don't know why. Like, I guess I wasn't sprinting.
You can also block it too, I think.
You can, but you're the only one with a blockable weapon. I'm not sure if Angel's bowgun has like a
Yeah, and
shield.
I'm trying to get the lantern here.
Yeah, I don't remember if I do have a shield on my bowgun. One thing I should bring up is that certain stocks have a shield on them, and when they do, while you can't decide when to block, sometimes you'll block with it automatically.
Nice job with that upswing.
It's almost as if it has auto guard on at all times, basically. Sometimes it'll block, sometimes it won't. But it's good to have one, nonetheless, because it's better to have something else sometimes work than something that'll never work.
Outside of the tail attack and the flashing thing, there isn't much to say about him on land.
It can still use the lantern,
hitting the lantern
stun
when he's...
maneuver while bearing underground on land, but other than that, really not much to this portion of the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, hitting his lantern when he's on land is hard because it's high up. Unless you shoot it like Angel did.
Amazingly enough, it is much easier hitting the
And it's
lantern
broken too.
underwater.
Now.
The benefits of someone
Yeah,
with a
but
bow
you can
gun.
still break it.
By the way, that's Craig's shots, aka rockets. Or
Yeah, with Gobul,
grenades.
you can cut off the tail and break the lantern. I think that's about it
Yep.
with him.
I don't think there's any other breakables on this one. Thanks a
That's heading
lot.
off to the water.
I'll never get tired of that.
Yep, finally get to go underwater, but before I do that, I'm just gonna go get the tail and sharpen first. Because it's about time that we actually get to fight them underwater and stuff. I mean, it's not like we ever showed that before.
Yeah, why don't you come join the
You
fun?
son of a fucking bitch! Never mind. Underwater fight canceled because I wasn't there to show it.
Yeah, we kind of killed it. Sorry, we accidentally
Yeah.
monster
Well,
Oops.
here's
Let's just
underwater.
carve in its mouth. Let's just carve in its mouth. Good goods.
When I think the thing is playing
Like
dead.
there's a party in his mouth, and everyone's invited.
I don't even
You know,
think
my
you
back's
guys
been
went back for
itching,
the
so-
tail, did you? Or did you get it mid-battle?
Not that we really,
I think I got it
really
in
need
battle.
to.
Well, sorry for the
So here's your
disappointment
underwater
again.
combat.
Gonna have to wait even longer for another underwater battle. Yeah.
At least this time we're actually in underwater.
Well, that's step one. We'll have to wait a couple of updates for step two. But yeah, that was half of Gobul. I hope you enjoyed that.
Video over.
Yep, sorry about that. Still better than the Royal Ludroth one, because at least we went underwater. It's not like progress wasn't made or anything like that.
Why is there still 12 minutes then?
Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever will be together. We're on top 'cause we play to win.
Yeah, I lied. We're doing this again.
Oh, good. Time to
Yeah,
buy
you
some
can
more
tell by
shots.
That
tell by that little
beautiful
montage.
transition.
Oh god, it's Bug
Yeah,
Island. We
there's a-
stepped into the wormhole.
Well, at least this second take actually shows a mechanic called mooching, which you can actually do, and it'll apply whoever is hosting the meal. Like, it'll apply bonuses to everyone.
Yeah, you need a food voucher to do that,
Yep.
to host a meal.
Once again, I'm changing my equipment from... If you recognize that equipment, that was from the Great Jaggy video. We did this immediately after Jaggy. That's how out of order this stuff was. But I'm heading
Not
back
that it
to...
has to be.
I'm heading back to the Great Sword. And I don't know why I did this, but instead of choosing paralysis, I did water resistance. I mean, he does do water attacks underwater, but... Yeah, it's only like, I think, one attack total that does that.
Yeah, but for the most part, he just slam jams you.
Yep, all the time. But this this particular quest with Gobul is kind of different. Number one, this is actually considered a low rank one, so he's going to be a little bit weaker. However, even though he's weaker, he kind of has more health as far as I can tell. This is mainly because the Gobul we're fighting is incredibly big.
Did you almost call it the Gobur?
Yes.
The Gobur. It is the Gobur, the big daddy of Gobul.
The Go Bird shouldn't kill us.
Oh my god, Gobul!
Yeah, yeah, and this is one of the event quests that you can get that you got randomly from the event quests.
By the way, this armor feels so much more comfortable.
Yeah.
Look at that, we spawn at camp.
So go ahead with
Yeah,
the
it's low rank,
sword.
so we all still spawn at camp.
Angel, that's not the item box. What are you doing? I think I kind of was considering it too. I'm like, wait, which one was it again? Because we haven't done low rank in a while.
Yeah. So sword and shield for this one once again.
Yep. So
And
you can tell how big it is already. And that was the subquest for that one. Yeah, just rewind and look
Yep.
at the smaller Gobul and compare the size.
Yeah, the interesting thing in
Yeah,
this
the
game
great-
is the fact that different monsters will vary in sizes. Is there much of a gameplay difference, would you say?
No. Well, it depends on the monster. Sometimes if they're bigger, it's not only harder for them to hit you, it's harder for you to hit them. Gobul's not, like, that great of an example. It's pretty easy to hit him. Regardless, but... there's no new
getting the
move
lantern
sets.
on this one on land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting the lantern on land without a bowgun here is really hard.
I'm glad I brought my sword and shield.
Yeah, thanks for that. That's really helpful. That right there, like we mentioned earlier, you could block the lantern flash.
Yes.
Actually does it a couple of times.
Doing it again.
And for some reason, I looked closely at my stamina meter. That block didn't affect it that time. Because if you block light, you do lose stamina. Like that. But the one right before that didn't do anything, so I don't know what happened there.
The nice thing about these the Giant Gobul event quests is whenever you hunt monsters, you actually get a size result, and you actually get crowns for like the biggest or smallest monsters you find and hunt. And this one will pretty much give you a gold crown for the largest right away.
Yep. Like even
So it's nice
like,
if you're going for the biggest monsters.
I'm not sure if it's possible to get a gold crown without this event quest. I think it is, but if you just go straight to this, you're guaranteed one.
Yeah.
But outside of his size, there's not really any new moves. At least on land.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to get to it underwater, because you can do it on land too, but you can use sonic bombs when it goes underwater to make it emerge and get a few free shots on it. Except when it's in rage mode.
Yep. One of the attacks he just did, like this one right here, he didn't do it in the video right before this one, which is in the same video because editing. But yeah, he can do that both underwater and on land. But it's actually pretty easy to tell where he is if you pay attention because of the big bulge out of the ground, and I'm surprised I didn't even get hit by that. You guys have anything else to add?
I just like how I rack up the combo with the sword and shield. It's been a while since I used it. I guess I'm sort of the slacker of the team. Like I hardly get any armor pieces.
You don't effort in the game, really?
Well, I think the
So you're
highest.
just focusing on you just focused on your you just focused on your gun, right?
Yeah,
More or less.
yeah, that's how it was in this game. Like, I think my highest blade master was the hunter armor, while my highest gunner was the ingot.
Hey, good news, everyone. It's underwater combat.
Oh yay!
And look how it starts. Yeah.
Yeah, we all got sucked in at the doorway.
Except me.
This could be an opportunity for different kinds of metaphors to use.
Now, this is actually a really good opportunity to get some shots in on the Lantern if you're behind it.
Yeah. That's, by the way, that Kirby attack right there is actually one of his most damaging. And that's the only attack that inflicts Water Blight. So in general, try and avoid that.
Could you explain to us what Water Blight
Yes.
is again?
Okay, what Water Blight does is if you're hit by a water-specific attack and you're inflicted with it, it affects your stamina, wherein it depletes normally, but it takes much longer to get back to normal. Like, you notice my stamina goes back up relatively quickly. Water Blight makes it go back much slower.
Yeah, I know I got inflicted
Yes.
with Water Blight just now.
Yeah, me, Blondie, and Angel got inflicted with that, but you and Blondie had worse water
It doesn't
blight.
last that long.
Yeah.
I'm kind of waiting for it to do its other attack for when it buries underground.
Oh, the one where it, like... Which
Yeah, the
attack?
one where it launches itself literally straight up and out of the water.
Oh, and then just, like, cannonballs back in?
Mhm.
I don't think he does it in this recording.
Just likes to charge and suck.
I'm sorry we don't have much to say on this video because we pretty much said...
But there you go.
Yep, there we go. We pretty much said everything in
Yeah.
the regular fight. It's just like, you're watching it again, but he's giant now.
I will
Yes.
say that I decided to save myself from using potions by running all the way back to camp to sleep.
I almost didn't even notice that you left.
Actually,
Well,
I
you are the
realized
slacker of the
Gobul.
group.
At least I think I left. To sleep.
I don't want to waste my free first aid meds. Better just go to bed. And he just warped back to his nest.
Yeah, speaking of going to bed, that's where he went.
Area 8.
I actually like the look of Area 8's cave. Like the colors and stuff.
I
Let's
actually
see,
realized
swimming.
something kind of important about Gobul for me in particular, because when you fight it offline, it's the 3-star urgent quest, and when you complete that, you get long swords.
And since I saw that bulge in the ground I attacked it, and that just knocked them right out of it. I'm pretty sure sonic bombs work too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at this state, you can pretty much just hit him and he'll get out, be stunned.
I think it's also possible to get whiskers off of him, but I've noticed it's kind of finicky. Sometimes he can, sometimes he can't when he's like underground like that.
It's dependent on whether he notices you or not. If he doesn't, you can get the card off. If he does, then he'll just attack you.
Hell, there have been times where I couldn't carve it and he hasn't noticed me, so that's why I found it a little weird.
Don't you get whiskers in the quest rewards anyway?
Yes, but that's
Sometimes.
that is another way to get it, that carving method we mentioned.
Yeah.
And since Giant Gobul's mouth is super big, we just decided to live inside of it.
We'll make a submarine out of him.
I wonder if this will be the command center in the next Power Rangers.
Oh shit, I think he's drowning, you better help him.
No, he'll be fine. He just needs to swim to an air bubble.
I'm surprised I got like 4 rust shards from this quest.
4?
Yep. All of which... you'll see. Well, all except one.
They're all iron
cer-
lances, aren't they?
No, they're
Wait,
all...
sir?
except one iron great swords. Last note, I don't think I said this last video, but the Baroth first appeared in Tri, and with Gobul, it's the same story. So currently, every monster we fought first appeared in this game. Thought I'd just
Okay,
point that
yeah.
out. But seriously, iron swords, really?
Hey, you're the great swordsman, so...
Well, I don't need like 3 iron sword pluses.